let's refer our architectural diagram, then we will get to know like where we are working and which component we are targeting. So the last video maybe we learned like how to create a data lake. Now now we are trying to learn how to insert the data, like data inject the data from different kind of the data sources. And we already know like who is the responsible for injecting the data to data lake is data engineer. So here we clearly explaining about the roles of the data engineer. So let me make it like bigger here, this one. So here it will help you to transfer the data from the different data sources with the help of the data pipeline. So the data engineer is responsible to push the data from different data sources to data lake by help of the data pipeline. So now we can see like how you can able to create a data pipeline and how we can push the data into data lake. Let's go to the data workspace, and like the previous video we created the workspace and also the data area. So now I'm going to the my workspace and also let me go to the my data area. Okay, let me go to the workspace, and which data area I created, my data lakehouse I created, right? Let's click on the my data lakehouse. Okay, now I'm going to the my data lakehouse. Let's wait, it is loading. So what I have to do now, like I need to create the data pipeline, right? Okay, I'm going to my workspace, then I'm clicking the new, and let me go to the more options. If you see here under the data factory, you can find the data pipelines, right? Let me click on the data pipeline. So you can give your own data pipeline, right? Data ingestion, if one pipeline. I'm giving this is the pipeline name. Just click on create button. It will create the, sorry, this is the wrong spelling, data ingestion pipeline. So now it is creating the pipeline. Now we have to connect the different data sources, right? If you see the diagram here, we are creating the connector. So we are creating the pipeline that's need to be connect the different data sources. So that part we are trying to check doing on here. Let me click on copy the data assistant. It will help me to connect the different data sources by provider. Okay, it's loading. So you can see here the new data sources. You see like the fabric by default it's supporting the multiple, like that is see the huge number of data sources. It's already the most of the connection part is already available. Just with the minimal configurations you can connecting with the all the different type of the data sources that I explaining when I was explaining about the architecture. Now we are looking for HTTP. So the HTTP, with this HTTP I am trying to connecting with the public data where it is available as a form of the zip file. And this I'm reading the file from here, selecting this file path where the data is available, and I'm going to, yeah, it's already available connection details. Maybe if you see here you have to follow the create new connection with this name, and then you have to follow this way. But as I already created one data pipeline with this connection, that's why it's automatically taken mine. If you want to create a new, just click on the new and provide the connection name here. Like I'm giving the same connection name, and I click on the next. So once it is connection is established, so look, it is next one is choosing the data source and it is connecting to the data source. So once you're connecting the data source, you have to provide the method type and method details. If it is any additional details you want to provide, you can provide it here. And let's see, like, is there any additional details? Just I was checking the data source type, right? Let me check. Copy the binary data because my data format is a binary. So, and also it is a zip deflate. So this is a data format, my target data source. That's why I need to change the uh, data source type. Okay, now I'm clicking the next. So now my data source connection, I was giving the all the details. Now I have to choose the data destination. It means like where your data need to be saved. So my data need to be saving my data lakehouse, right? So then I'm clicking into the my data lakehouse. That means like your build already pipeline from data source to here with the help of connector. Here connector is a HTTP. Similarly, you see in the diagram there is a multiple connectors for each data sources. But for current example, I use the HTTP connector. So I given this data source details, I given the connector details. So now I need to specify where my data need to be saved in the my data lake, right? So okay, now I chosen the my data lake like my data lake house. Then let me give the lake house details. Okay, you haven't been signed in, please sign it. Okay, they're getting some error while choosing the my data lake. Let me refresh again. Okay, new connection. Okay, let me resign it again. Looks like my connection is okay expired. Okay, I tried it connect and look here the data connection is chosen. If you want to create a new connection, maybe you can provide the all the connection details, right? So I choose my existing connection details. Just you can follow the similar way. You have to choose your destination details. Let me try to create a new connection for you guys, or maybe I will try to edit here. See, this is my connection. Why it's not working? Sign in. I'm going to sign connect. Okay, yeah. Now I connected to my data source. Now see here, you need to select the where you want to save the your files. I need to save files. You need to save in the root folder. That's why I selected the root folder. And then you click the next, and then there is a file format, right? You have to choose the which file format your destination file is available. And okay, as of now I'm choosing the default. Then compression type is like I keep it as default, none. Then I click the next. Once you click the next, then you have to the option like do you want to transfer the data immediately. I keep it as yes. Then I'm going to say click and save and run. Now see here, I got the error because when you are transferring the data, first it will do the validation. If it is a validation is like successful, then only the data transfer will start. Let's see like what is the error of this one. Okay, what's happening here? I can't able to. Let me go to this one. I lost it. Let me click this one. See here, the destination format is not mapped. So that's why it is giving the error. So actually what is my actual destination format is binary. So it's not like now see, it is automatically started because the validation is successful. Then it will start. So you can close this one and you can refresh this. And now if we can open, okay, let me check here. Notification, all is done. Then you can run your notebook, right? Okay, run the session. So see here, my job is running, but currently it will take a long time to complete this process. But already my this data is available with me. So I'm going to stop this job. Give me a minute because I'm going to stop this one because already my job is available. You can see here the progress, right? If any data is downloaded and what much data is transferred, everything you can find it here. So I'm going to cancel this one because its data is already downloaded. Let me go to cancel this and okay, I'm going to cancel this here. Yeah, cancelled is successful, run is cancelled. So because I already done this one, so my data is already available here. So I no need to do it again because it's a very huge amount of data. So let me go to the my previous one. Okay, see here, this is the cancelled. Hmm. Yeah, the data is down as already downloaded. That's why I cancel the job. And now if you want to see the history of your downloads and recent jobs, maybe just you click on this one and go to the monitor, and it will give the always the latest job status. And if you go to the monitor, then you can find the all the previous jobs here. So here if I'm going back, I can see here all my previous successful jobs. So I'm going to click on one, and once your job is successful, then you can see the status like this. The activity status is successful, and you can find the duration, and also you can find the input and output. And yeah, I'm going to click on this one. Okay, I'm going to click this job. It's everything is successful. You can see here the data is 76.44 MB. That means it's a very huge. So that is the reason I couldn't able to re-trigger again. So if we go to the entire data, okay, you can see here it is asking us to the retrain, and also it is available, and refresh the data is also available, and update the pipeline also available. Okay, yeah, like you can click on the update, it will allow you to update the pipeline also. Okay, this is already data is available now with us, and you can click on this one and you can see the data, and you can import, export and import also if you want to see this data, right? See the I want to export the current page, or I want to export the top 100 records, you can export it from here. And let's see the documentation. That means like you already you see as per architectural diagram you have done this one, right? You already connecting the destination service and read the data from the destination source, and after once you read the data from data sources and you push into the data lake. This job with the help of the data pipeline. Who is build this data pipeline? Built by data engineer. So if you want to push the data, if you want to pull the data from anywhere, right, it's a very simple process. And the connection, if you enter the connection details, if you are enter the corresponding target location, it will automatically will take care about the data pushing. If you want to push an in specific interval of the time, just you can schedule the retriggering, and also you can do a job schedulers also. That is also possible for you with the help of this. That's it, right? Let's go to the after data ingestion, like we already clear until here, right? Now let's see, like this is output is successful. Now I am going to the my data lake. Now I want to see the my data, right? Now I am back to my data lake, and you see here you can find the multiple jobs here. Now this is the data. You see earlier we are downloading from the sample data. Now you can see there is the two additional folders are available now. Okay, let me click here and see here the here we have the all kind of data as per tutorial, and we can see here wild, all of and CSV and full. You can see this all the data we downloaded from the target data source with the help of HTTP. That means your data ingestion pipeline, you build it and you got the data from the data source and push it into the your data lake. So you already build a one data pipeline. So now if you want to see your data, maybe if you click on here, click on full data, your data is available. If you click in here, you can see all the CSV files is available. That's a quick, like you can see like 70 GB of data you can able to push in 1 hour without doing any manual step. Now our data ingestion pipeline is done. Now we will go for prepare